Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Sam from MantisPlaysGame again. Today we've got a bit of a guide on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I didn't want to do a full platinum walkthrough for this because I've done most of the game already, so I didn't really have any clips or anything to work with to get a video out on it. However, I did want to touch on a couple of the trophies. I found a couple of great guys to do this challenge with. You've got Chivo's Platinums, Bomb Chop and Sparrow's Platinums, which I'll have them all linked to the video underneath. Without them three guys, I don't think any four of us would have ended up getting this platinum, to be honest. So we found a couple of bugs and bits and bobs to get over and get out of the way. So trophy number 1 is Who Needs a Doc, which is defeat Super Shredder without being hit. I'll touch on that in the video. I'm going to stop the video, pause the video and let you guys know, you know, when to do stuff and other things like that. But in all honesty, this is a lot worse. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is, because we kind of found a bit of a guide as we were going on. Sparrow found something and we tried it out and it did work. So that's not really the worst part of this. The worst part of this is the 3 trophies that kind of coincide with each other. You've got Classic Couch Memories, which is completely arcade mode in multiplayer. Not really a problem. Like the Old Days, complete the arcade mode on the hardest difficulty. This was hard. I'll be honest with you. And Master of 1/4, which is complete the arcade mode without using a credit, which we did find a little glitchy bug thing to do. So what I'm going to do, I'll move over to the main video, which is the whole recording of us playing the whole thing on hard mode, and I'll talk it through each trophy individually as we're going through it, and then at the end I'll cut it down and I'll edit the video, and that's show you the shredder thing and how it all works. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I'll see you in the wrap up bit at the end. Right guys, welcome back to the video. So as I said, what we're doing now is we're going to touch on 3 trophies here, which is Classic Couch Memories, which is for completing the arcade mode in multiplayer, Like the Old Days, which is the hardest trophy, which is completely arcade mode on the hardest difficulty, and Master of 1/4, which is completely arcade mode without using a credit. Now we stupidly decided to wrap all these trophies up together, which in hindsight is probably not the best idea in the world. But if we quickly go over it, Classic Couch Memories, which is just for completing it, you can set it to the easiest difficulty you want. You can do it locally, you can do it on your own, you can do it with other people like I'm doing here. You've just got to make it to the end of level 16. That's all you got to do. You know, you can use coins, you can use credits, you know, you can do it hard, you can do it on whatever you want. But we thought we might as well, to save us doing 3 runs, do them all together. So that trophy, I mean, that trophy is pretty easy. You can join a game. Before you go in, you can search for games and try and blag your way into one where they're on the last Shredder mission and get the trophy for that. But that's entirely up to you. So that one trophy is exactly up to you how you want to do it. Now, Like the Old Days, which is completely arcade mode on the hardest difficulty, that is your problem. I'll let the footage roll here anyway, and then we'll kind of continue. So this will easily be the hardest part of your platinum journey for this one. Hard mode, you have a set number of lives, and I'll be honest with you, it isn't a joke. It is very, very, very difficult to do. Enemies hit harder. I feel like you dish out less damage, and I would highly recommend playing this with, I think you probably need a minimum of 4. As you can see by the top, you've got space 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got space for 6 people. So, you know, I would probably suggest going in with 6, but you'll see from the strategy that we do in this, you kind of need to keep at least 1 space spare, and I'll show you why in a minute. But yeah, I haven't actually tried it with 5 other people to have a full team of 6, but I could imagine that would be pretty hectic and the screen would go a bit mad. When we was playing this, when we was all doing our supers and specials at the same time, it was like a little bit like, whoa, what's going on here? And it did cause a couple of frame drops. But yeah, you need to. You can obviously share health and revive people, so you can give people a high five and it will take a bit of your health away, give it to someone else. That's obviously a big thing. Reviving players when they're down before they actually go is massive. And communication obviously is a massive help, and especially when it comes to health pickups and things like that. Like, this is why I suggest you do it with friends, because normally if you jump in with randoms, they go, oh, health, and just grab it, and then you might be flashing on one bar and then they had like half a bar. So this is why I would suggest do this with people that you know and kind of trust. But like I said, there is a way of joining other people's onlines, and you might be able to luckily get a game on the last level. But again, that's up to you to try. I'm just here to show you a strat that we actually found that works. But again, the other trophy that we're looking for here as well is Master of 1/4. So we stupidly decided to wrap all these trophies up into one run and try and do them all at the same time, which we did. Wasn't easy, but we did it. This should obviously be one of the easier trophies out of the lot. You'll have benefits and drawbacks to doing this one separately, but you know, you can kind of do that. It's like the first trophy, it's like the classic couch memories. You can do that however you want, but like I said, we found not a glitch, or, but I don't know whether you want to call it a glitch and a bug. I'll let you guys make the decision for yourselves, but we kind of rolled Master of 1/4 and like the old days up together. So what I'll do to try and explain it as best as I possibly can is, if you can see, I'm going to pause the video. So for this to work, you yourself have to be the fire team leader, whatever you want to call it, the party creator or whatever it is. So as you can see, I'm dead. I can't remember who I was playing with, but I'm dead. I've got a game over. But obviously I don't want to use another credit. I don't want to use anything like that, because we're trying to get all the free trophies. So me playing on my PlayStation, you've obviously got Chivo, Sparrow and Bomb Chop all still alive. Don literally just clutching at straws for a bit of health there. But obviously we've got two spaces here, and as you can see, one of them says game over and the other one's to join. So we've got a spare space. You won't be able to see that because I've just realised my MantisPlaysGames' Twitter is over the top. So yeah, you've got game over there, and then you've got to join there. So this one here, we still have a spare spot, but the game over there is because I'm using obviously my controller on my PlayStation, but I've got a spare controller. So I've picked up my other spare controller, turned it on, and I've linked my little boy's account onto that controller. So now I've got two different accounts playing. So what you can do is, I am now technically back in the game using his controller, but I'm using the same PlayStation. So what the game's doing, it's going, oh, someone else has just joined. But obviously I'm still in the game. Granted, it says game over, but I'm still in the game. So what you can then do is, as you can see there, what I've just done, I've left. Using my son's controller, I've left the game. Now obviously you saw the menu come up there. Now I wasn't using this controller here. I wasn't using the game over one. I was using his one. So he was obviously using, me was obviously using Splinter. So what I've done, I quit the game, I left the game, and I rejoined the game. So I'm now back in the game. Granted, I have 0 lives, but I'm back in the game. So what you can do this, and it does work. So now I'm back in. So when anybody else dies, if Donatello dies, he can do the same thing. Raphael dies, he can do exactly the same thing. April dies, she can do the same thing. As long as your controller that you've put to the side, as long as your fire team leader, or whatever you want to call it, as long as you put your controller down, put it to the side, the game realises that you are still in and you are still playing. So with the second you've got game over on your thing, put your controller to the side. Just leave it, ignore it, don't turn it off, don't quit the game, don't do anything else. But now what you have allowed yourself to do is, you 4 people, like April, Donatello, Raphael and Splinter, are now theoretically unlimited lives, because you can quit then you can go out to the main menu and you can rejoin. So now you have found a way that is probably slightly bad, and I didn't actually state, because you can't really see it because my banner at the top. When I rejoined a Splinter, you come back with 3 lives. I thought it was 0, but that was for the power up. You actually come back with 3 lives. So you quit, you're dead, you know, you've got nothing. You've now come back in with 3 lives. So now you've got a hell of a lot of room to play with. And, you know, most of the other guys here, Dom's got 3 lives, Raphael's got 2 lives, Splinter's got 3. So we'll just keep on going. I'll see if I can try and get to a bit where 3 lives. But as you can see, as we move on to the video, it's still exactly the same thing. I've just put my controller to the side, you know, and we're carrying on. But obviously what this is enabling you to do is, if any one of these 3 do die now, you're pretty much home and dry. Like, you've made the hardest difficulty now look easy. It is a cheese, 100% it's a cheese, but if you've tried to do this, you will understand that this is no easy trophy. And if there is a way that you can do something like this and get away with it, you'll take it. As a trophy hunter for a low platinum game that's got a trophy like this, you will use this to your advantage. But you've got to make sure, and I'll keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, do not, when you're dead with this controller, do not quit the game. Do not think, oh yeah, I'll leave and come back in, because then it takes the game away. So what we'll do, I think we're kind of nearing the end now. Everyone's got, there we go, we've got a couple of 1 lives now. So we're now moving on to the last level. Obviously you've got to the point now where it doesn't matter. You know that you can leave and come back in. So the other trophy we're looking for in this as well is Who Needs a Doc, which is defeat Super Shredder without being hit. Now he obviously is the second part to this level itself, and this would be very, very difficult normally. He only has a few attacks, and only one of them will likely give you any real trouble. But the way we're going to do this now is again another cheese. We'll give credit to Sparrow who found this online. So what you would normally tend to do here, we don't actually do it in this video. This is just a video footage to actually show you that, you know, we've worked. Here we go, look, so someone's died, okay, and they've left the game. Right, Donatello's left, someone else has left, so it's literally now only me at this point in time. So I'm now starting to panic, because if I die here, you know, we're dead. So look, as you can see, everyone's rejoining the game. Right, hopefully they're getting nice and quickly, because I was really starting to panic here, going, guys, can you come back in quickly, please, because I don't want to do this by myself. So panic was starting to set in here. But as you can see, Don, Raph and April, and they're all back in. And they all have, you won't be able to see it, but they've all got 3 lives. So there it is, working in full force. You've literally just seen it now working. So player 1, which is me, is still out of the game. Leave that alone. But now everyone else has come back in with 3 lives. And you still technically, the game is thinking you haven't used a coin, because you've just left and you've just joined. This is the pro of this run. So I hope I've explained that the best I possibly can do. Now what I'll do, I'll fast forward it quickly onto Shredder, because you're going to do Shredder exactly the same way as this. So what I would suggest you do for the Who Needs a Doc trophy is start this level. Now, if you want to do it with, I would say do this with one other person, because when I got this trophy, I still to this day don't understand how it gave it to me and not someone else. So what I would suggest you do is put it on the easiest mode you can, come in with one other person, right? And as you saw back then, when you went to join the game, it gave you up there, it gave you a screen. Let me just pause the video quickly. It gave you a screen there on your character selection screen. Now what you want to do is you want to go in with one active player. You want to get Shredder down. Let's fast forward it to a part where, so you want to make sure Shredder has a shred, no pun intended, of health left, and the other player you do not want to join. You don't want to join the game. What you need to do is whoever player 1 is playing on their own needs to tell you join now, because the second you press join game, the game recognises you're in. You don't even have to select a character. You don't actually have to physically be, like you can see Donatello there. You don't actually need to be in this point. You just need to have your little character selection thing up there. But the second caveat to this point is you need to make sure the second Shredder's... we'll quickly fast forward it here. You need to make sure he is in... I've got to make sure I get there. You want to make sure he's in this phase here. You want to make sure he's just started. See if I can make this a bit better, because we've tried this multiple times and you've got to be so precise of when you actually kill him. Honestly, like, we've tried it many times. So I'll tell you, if Raphael leave him alone. Right, so when he enters this mode, this is where your player 1 shouts out join now, so that player 2 will be ready to go. They'll be hovering over the screen to say join game. The second player 1 says join now. You join the game on this exact point, and you've got to be very precise with this or the trophy won't drop. Do it, join the game, just have your little selection thing up here, and you're done. You're home, you're dry, you'll get the trophy. Don't worry, you will have some anxiety while you wait for the trophy to hit. Let me tell you, you will get anxiety while you wait for the trophy to get. You might not get it now. I can't remember when we actually got when the actual trophy popped here for... I think it's kind of around when you go into the main menu. But if we have a look, you will all get the trophies at the same time. They're kind of given. I think it's when this might not actually show the trophy drop itself, because this is just standard recorded footage. But you will get the trophy here. This is where you'll get the trophy. So if you do it how we done it, using that cheese, and you've still got, you know, who needs a dock, I would do the Super Shredder completely separate. I'd do that in a separate run. I would get the 3 trophies that we've gone for here, the classic couch memories, like the old days, and Master of 1/4. I'd do all those 3 in one run, so you can knock them 3 hardest trophies off in one run, because then obviously you've got level select. So when you've done that, you can then load up with your team still. You can load up level 16 with 1 player, quickly fly and do that once, and then change team over, change team over, change team over. Then you've got them all. But yeah, guys, I hope that video, I'll put some text in there when I fully finish editing the video. I'll whack some text in there and everything like that. I have got a video clip of the actual trophies popping, so when this little thing's done, I'll add it to the end just so that you can actually see the trophies did pop. But yeah, we'll move over now, guys, to the wrap up part, and I hope this made sense for you guys as much as I could. I'll try. There's a lot to kind of cover off here, but I will put it all. I'll put text in relative different places when I feel like they need to, and then we'll kind of wrap up as best we can, guys. But I hope this helps some of you out, and I'll see you in the wrap up bit in a sec.
Impossible. Deep breath.
Right, guys, that is the trophies for Classic Couch Memories, completing the arcade mode in multiplayer, like the old days, complete the arcade mode on the hardest difficulty, Master of 1/4, complete the arcade mode without using a credit, and Who Needs a Dock, which is defeat Super Shredder without being hit. So yeah, I will put some text in there to kind of guide and say, like, do this now, have this now, and kind of break it down, so it's quite difficult to explain properly, but I hope by the footage then you can see that, oh yeah, if you do this, if you do that. But just remember, if you are player 1, you are the only person who can't leave. everyone else, player 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use 6 if you want. I mean, we obviously didn't use 6 people, but you know, you're more than welcome to try it with 6. But you just need to make sure if you die, quit the game, go back in. Player 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone else, but just not 1. But yeah, guys, I hope that video does help some of you out. Even if it helps one person out, that is good for me. But I generally do hope it helps. Thank you again to Chivo's Platinum, Sparrow Platinum, and Bomb Chop. For Sparrow, it was his kind of first beat 'em uppy game like this, and I think it might be his last for a little while, to be honest. But yeah, if you can, guys, like, comment, subscribe. It's all free. It helps out the channel, algorithms, all very well. And again, obviously, it's free, and we all love free stuff. But yeah, if there's any comments, if I can help or try and like make something a bit easier by explaining it a bit more, please do let me know. But other than that, guys, I hope you all have a good day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. Speak to you later, guys.